Chat, the Donathon continues. This time it is 2v2. We still have Nas versus Juicy potentially to be run in the future. We're just trying to schedule that to finish out the 1v1. But we're going to run a 2v2 run as well. And we spun randomly Yujin and Atow. They have picked Mtzr and Zen. If this is your first time watching at all, it is a $62 prize pool for this best of 5. At the end of it, the winners can decide whether they want to try and double it up against a random opponent or elect to cash out and take their money. Round 1, Yujin Mtzr versus Atow Zen starts now. Chat, here we go. It's Yujin and Mtzr versus Atow and Zen in the newest edition of the Donathon. We are bringing in 2v2 after giving everybody a chance to play in 1v1. I think I probably mentioned it at the start of the video. But these guys are playing for $62. They can elect to double it up if they win or cash out and stop their run there. Zen and Atow, a lot of people are theorizing may be a team for the RLCS as Atow lobs it up high for Zen. Back down to Atow, straight to the nets, and on to their first goal. Yujin was randomly selected and Atow was randomly selected. Atow picked his teammate Zen to play with him. Yujin picked his teammate Mtzr to play with him. And certainly Zen and Atow come in as the favorites. And I don't know if it's going to be this bad the whole series or not, but just 30 seconds in, it's a 2-goal lead for Zen and Atow, as Atow seemed like he was maybe intentionally losing that kickoff back into Zen, who quickly pops the ball up and gets a goal. Yujin and Mtzr, if you guys haven't seen their gameplay, are definitely high-level 2v2 players. I think both rated in the top 100. Zen and Atow probably don't need any introduction, but I just feel like I should let you guys know that Yujin and Mtzr are very strong RLCS level pro players. If you haven't seen them play already, Yujin as a member of the Gentlemates you probably saw, but Mtzr there as well. On the rise, a lot of people believing in Mtzr's ability. We have gotten this bug that they still have yet to fix. Yujin on the board. We'll switch to Yujin POV as he takes this soft touch catch, resets, and dunks Zen into the top shelf. We might just go back and forth between a few different players' POVs if I can get good at doing that. Problem is I'm not used to being the director and camera switcher for 2v2. 1v1 is a lot more simple, but I really do not like that it's bugged right now. If you stay on a certain player for too long, or if you go to director cam, I should say, it will end up showing you a different player's boost at times. And it's just insane that that still exists. It's been out for like a few months now. Maybe I need to be the one to report it. Maybe it only affects me who watches, you know, without an additional boost overlay. But Zen and Atow off to a hot start. Got their first 3 goals in 30 seconds or so. Since then, Yujin and Mtzr did get on the board to show that they're capable players here in this matchup. Yujin trying to go for a corner double. Will get it denied. Atow cheating upfield. Zen will find him. We've seen a few different passing plays from these two to open this up. But this one's not going to connect for a goal. Zen gets demoed. Atow staying aggressive upfield as Yujin will eliminate him. Zen respawns 50. And now playing this into the corner. Let me see if I can switch to director, or if I... Okay. Maybe this is the plan I'll do. I'll try and spectate like I do 1v1s, which is just switch perspective randomly whenever this current perspective does not seem great, as Atow tried his best to dunk that in, and maybe this strategy can work for 2v2 as well. I've never tried. I also really prefer to see player cam as opposed to director cam, so it could be nice in general to jump back and forth between player POVs as Atow pops this one to the back wall. Yujin cannot clear it away, and Zen will get a 4th goal. Mtzr headed up the side wall. No teammate in sight. Gonna have to try and 1v2 Zen and Atow, who are taking it a little bit lightly. It felt like a follow-up was maybe going to be possible, but an all-in dive. It's hard to blame him. Zen with the casual redirect as Atow Sends this one off the sidewall. I think it was probably already in, but Zen says, why not give it a little bit of extra flair? No, it's for sure already in. No one was going to be able to get back to stop it. But 128 kilometer per hour redirect, top rights, and it's 5-1 for Zen and Atow. If these guys did end up playing the RLCS2s together, it would mean we'd see a different duo playing, or I think at least some people will need to be selecting players not from their team. So I imagine their respective teams will probably have the other two players team up. Zen is currently, is he still right now? I think I checked yesterday. He was 100 or some odd points, or many, many points above, if not 200 points above number 2 as rank 1 in 2v2. As he pre-jumped and floated down into a great 50. 6-1 in favor of Zen and Atow right now. Atow sidewall pinch is missed as Yujin air dribbles into a 50. Mtzr waiting out low. Had a chance to maybe go ISO against Atow, but couldn't find much of an opening. Zen and Atow could very well be one of the best twos teams in the game right now, and might be a tough duo to go against. Will they be a duo that instantly runs it up all the way to the end and takes the maximum prize that I have available? I was worried about that happening in the 1v1. Didn't end up working out that way. As good as the top players were, they still could not consistently get the amount of wins they need to in a row. Really to try Director again as Mtzr gets another goal. Maybe I just need to reach out to the guy who does my overlays and say, listen, you got to make a boost meter. If Rocket League is never ever going to fix their actual in-game boost meter, you're just going to have to help me out and make one yourself. As you can see, Mtzr's boost is going up and Zen's is staying still despite clearly using boost. I don't know if I loved my camera switching better than Director, so he might just have to deal with the boost bug. Atow trying to get the full field cycle. These guys searching for clips, and it's costing them, but probably not going to cost them the game, as they should be taking game number 1. Oh my goodness, Atow trying the back wall. Wave dash pass to himself. Zen pinch passing across the net. I mean, but they're still okay. With a second left to go, there's no way they can lose. They are getting about as close as possible to giving Yujin and Mtzr a chance. It's definitely going to make the scoreline look a lot closer than this game truly was. They'll head to the kickoff, and it will instantly freeze down. Zen and Atow win game number 1 of this best of 5. But maybe this Atow-Zen duo is just so good that it will take another title contender type team for anyone to have faith in them dropping a game. There might be no Liquipedia page for the 2v2s. I don't know what Liquipedia is going to do. If they're going to add a tab for 2v2 or something, or put it all in the same place. Zen slamming it upfield for Atow, who's not able to hit the double, but no loss of possession for this duo. Zen passes to Atow, back to Zen, double, sends high. Both defenders are up to try and stop it, and they've survived a lot longer than they did in game number 1. So they're making progress, as I think we're just going to deal with the boost bug. It's showing us what Atow's boost is at all times, instead of just showing us the player POV. So when it does switch to Atow, at least it feels good. Atow to Zen, and it will take them a little over a minute to get their first goal this time around. Mtzr just 360ing as he looks a little bit lost in the backfield, not knowing to try and cut off a pass or to challenge Atow. Yujin, interesting kickoff. Zen zap dashing after recovery to get to another 50. And Atow forces in a second goal. Where is Atow rated in 2s right now? I believe he was similarly highly rated. Maybe not quite rank 1, or did he also spend some time at rank 1? I know Daniel had spent some time at rank 1. As Atow misses this double and Zen hits a crossbar down. Yujin and Mtzr so far have looked a little bit like spectators against these two. Look at Zen at the midfield. My goodness. What a pop from Zen. Such a quick read as Atow in the backfield sends it up. It almost feels like Zen was pre-jumped, but I do think it was a reaction to jump up and tap it over the top. Even Mtzr's going to give him a nice one. Atow's rank 2 right now, and Zen is rank 1. So this may just be the toughest team to beat. Zen going ISO against 2. I mean, again, I can't stress just how good Mtzr and Yujin are at this game. And it looks like right now we have set up a completely unfair matchup. Atow back in control off the kickoff. Zen getting bumped off his dribble as Yujin trying to get control of the ball here. Not having much of a chance. Does make a save. Mtzr does, as he keeps Atow's double outs. But it still has just been all possession. Zen, I thought was doing that on 0 boost, but there is a boost bug. He had more, was prepared. Atow pre-jumping up in the air to cut off this pass to Mtzr. He saw Mtzr falling from the ceiling, and he went up there and took it away before it could even get started. As Yujin gets dunked. Now they're searching for their first goal in game number 2. Come on, guys. You do not. There's nothing to be gained from ending predictions early. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what else to say. You do not ever need to end predictions early. Mtzr cleaning up off the back wall. Right now, unfortunately for Yujin and Mtzr, the margin of success, or the way to measure success, is by how many goals they can not get scored on them. If they can just keep it within a single-digit range, it feels like. But Zen and Atow are fully controlling this game right now. Yujin, musty double, leaves it to Mtzr, and they're on the board. Minute 26. If I hadn't just watched the first 7-8 odd minutes of this series, I'd tell you this game is very recoverable here with a minute 26 left to go. 4-1 is not an impossible lead to undo. Atow, did he just miss an open net after reading a kickoff? And instead it'll be Yujin and Mtzr who score, because Yujin is not going to miss the crossbar down. Atow had it for free, it would seem. Zen on very low boost decides to take a weak shot that he was hoping Atow could force in, I have to imagine, because the in and out save was going to be around. Mtzr's going to get a demo, and now resetting on the ball. Yujin looking to try and keep it in play. Zen forces a 50 high. Mtzr might have more boost than this indicator is telling us, because that's Atow's boost amounts, but fell too far down, and the reset was able to be challenged. A minute left to go, and Zen and Atow have shown that it is possible for them to get scored on, but it really feels like it's only started happening since they've started to look for extra clips in the process of winning. Mtzr pass upfield. Yujin forced to pre-flip to not just let that ball roll straight to Atow, and that shot is not going to be strong enough with Atow just waiting in net. Zen is already off the ceiling for this pre-jump. Shot is on. It does get denied. Mtzr's not going to have any of that. Limit the amount of clips these two can get on their way to victory. Might be the only thing they can worry about now. Otherwise, it's going to be one of the best comebacks I have seen in Rocket League. If they can bring back this best of 5. Mtzr flick. Denied. Sent off the backboard. Atow challenged. Zen is turtling here to end the game. Game number 2 easily to Zen and Atow. The question is, can Yujin and Mtzr find a stride? Game number 3. Zen and Atow have looked absolutely unstoppable, borderline in online free play together against a very high-level squad on the other side of the field. Yujin and Mtzr, if they had nerves coming into this, they're going to have to get over them now if they want to stand a chance. Zen, air dribble cut off. We have seen the orange team in the vast majority of possession. Feels like they're always in control of the play. And even just 30 seconds in, a couple more ball touches from Yujin and Mtzr, but it's going to take a last-second save. Low boost now for Yujin, as both blue players will get their corner boost stolen by either one of Zen or Atow. Zen got a little bump on the way through after missing the double. If you can consider it missing. Maybe the plan was to not tap it all along. Yujin slammed to the back wall. Not a lot of teeth in any of Yujin and Mtzr's attacks. Yujin gets it around Zen, so now it's a 2v1. He might even be able to sneak it in the first lead in the series for Yujin and Mtzr. We'll come in game number 3, just over a minute in. Nice play around Zen, and able to sneak it bottom right. Zen, air dribble bump. Mtzr drops this one to the ground and is fighting against a late rotating duo. Can he create anything up? Doesn't seem like he can, as Zen and Atow quickly on the counterattack. Atow will double it in and scores. These guys are so in sync on offense. Their ability to find each other. Sometimes they're taking shots themselves. Other times like this, Atow tees himself up for the double and drops it in. Really impossible to get a read on these guys. And they look so calm and in control whenever they do get possession, whereas Yujin and Mtzr often feel like they're having to panic flip to try and stop what these guys are creating. Zen almost scored by himself. Mtzr last second will jump up and stop it because ultimately the shot was quite slow. Mtzr 50 it is now. Zen sees a panicking blue player go flying by and will look to set it up for Atow. These are the counterattacks that Yujin and Mtzr probably need to be scoring. Zen popping up to the back wall. Slow play from Yujin, who tried to bait out a 50 but didn't win it. So now his team's going to be on defense again. As Atow and Zen go for a team pinch at the midfield. Trying to launch out a powerful shot to net, I imagine. But every time an orange player uses up all 100 of their boosts, it seems like they go all in. Maybe there's a chance to get a counterattack going, move against that final defender. They never seem to be able to get any momentum. The last back for Zen and Atow. Be able to cut off the plays early. Never really let them manifest. Yujin has a good chance right now. Trying to pinch it with Zen to the backboard. Zen almost got another touch and might have even gotten Mtzr to stay on the ground by making it seem like he was going to make another play. Yujin, nice interception. This one headed to the orange corner without any orange players around, and it gets put on target. Yujin will make it 2-1. It was a freestyle show for Zen and Atow for just about 10 straight minutes, but a much better fight has been put up here in game number 3. Fake kickoff from Zen. Atow will find him, and Zen almost missed, but was able to follow it up just like that. It's equalized. Atow and Zen so good at finding each other upfield and able to create that opportunity quickly on the back of a fake kickoff. This time, both teams will go for it. Mtzr able to dodge the Zen bump pressure and does get over the top of him. Now he will die. Atow, what a clean catch One that a lot of people have given Zen the credit for him in the naming. Nice shot from Yujin. Actually, a great pogo finish to try and slot it top right on an otherwise tough to shoot play. As Atow sends it upfield every time there is a orange player upfield, the ball is in the net. They're just elite at finding each other in the perfect spots. Zen has one pad to work with, but Atow dimed him up, and 129 km/h boomer in your net is just not going to be something that'll be easy to react to. And Yujin and Mtzr find themselves down again. Yujin with a demo onto Zen on the kickoff. Atow chasing this play down. Buying time for the Zen respawn, who now has 100 boosts in the back corner. Zen fakes the air dribble, goes low. Mtzr able to dunk just enough to not leave it off for a free Atow play. Atow ceiling pinch. Couldn't keep it low enough. Mtzr wanted to clear it, but really just passed it out to the midfield where Zen was waiting. Yujin needed to probably get that towards the net. Looks like Mtzr was running ahead of the play from maybe a bump, but the touch was too heavy. Atow bumps Zen the first time ever. It looked like they were not in sync. As you could see from Zen POV, he was waiting for his opening to turn in and take a shot. And Atow no choice but to fall onto him. 30 seconds. Zen and Atow looking for team pinches at the midfield again. Now that they're back in the lead, it feels like they're back to feeling really comfortable and looking for clips. Mtzr unable to catch this ball, gets it dunked right at the top of him. Yujin might need a miracle redirect to get anything going for his squad. 50 from Atow. Yujin, air dribble bump on one. Follow-up shot is in. Tie game. Yujin and Mtzr. They might have earned themselves in overtime if they can hold on for 7 seconds, which was unthinkable for the first few minutes of this game. Fake kickoff worked so well for them last time. This time it's Atow up ahead. Zen in the back corner. Zen on his air dribble. Challenge from Mtzr in the air. This ball floating nicely for someone to pick up. It's going to be Atow who grabs it, and Yujin elects to ground it and secure his overtime. Gain number 3. Yujin and Mtzr looking to get on the board. Another kickoff in favor of Zen and Atow. An intentional loss that gives Zen control in the corner. Wave dash into an air dribble intercepted. Mtzr does not make contact on this 50. Atow has a reset. Shooting against one defender in net. And we know how it goes when Atow gets to play one-on-one. And he essentially had one here with Yujin rotating late to the back wall. Reset shot gets past him dead center. And Atow and Zen clearly showing they're a dominant duo that can maybe make the run and make me poor if they want to keep doubling up. We double. They've already decided to double. Let's find out who they're doubling against. One thing I have to do is add another player who has accepted an invite. Abdullah has decided he will play. Vatira! Vatira and teammates. He's not in game. He's not online in Discord. I'm assuming Atow will know best. He's sick. Ooh, wait, was it true? Was Vakidus not lying before? We can roll again. I mean, Vatira could decide for himself, but if you think he's sick to the point where he's not going to want to play tomorrow either, then we could roll again. Jorius! Is Jorutz on?